Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your news report, second stimulus check update, and second stimulus package update for December 8th.
And the Senate to stop chasing our tails and make a law. There are small business employees who've held on to their jobs all this time because of the Paycheck Protection Program, but are facing the prospect they might be laid off now with vaccines just around the corner at an historic pace, but Congress can't even agree to fully fund the distribution efforts that will get the vaccines to people. There are Americans who've been thrown out of work through no fault of their own, after another, to try and make law on all the significant areas where nobody even disagrees. We've spent July, August, September, October, and November deflected, moved the goalposts, and made the huge number of places where Congress agrees into a hostage for the few places where we do not agree.
Now my message to American government is to put the political games aside. The great American people need stimulus checks right now. Congress must pass more stimulus relief right now. If you agree with my message, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss all of the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check information. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress must pass more stimulus relief. Now folks, tell me what you think is going on in Congress, and do you think that a second stimulus bill would be approved by the end of the year? Yahoo News goes on to say that the most recent proposal to gain traction is the $908 billion bipartisan proposal, unveiled last week, which includes $160 billion in aid to state and local governments, as well as limited liability provisions. McConnell suggested that parts of that stimulus plan, while avoiding the sticking points, would be included in legislation needed in the 2 weeks to avert a partial government shutdown. McConnell told reporters on Tuesday, We cannot leave without doing a stimulus bill. The country needs it. We've got 2 weeks of important business left to do, and that's where I'm going to concentrate my time. Remember folks, that up to 12 million Americans are expected to lose unemployment benefits coverage when two programs enacted in the CARES Act expire on December 26th.
In July, Republicans sketched a comprehensive plan for safe schools, jobs, and health care. We could have made law in July, but the Democratic leader wouldn't even engage with it. Just before August, Republicans tried to at least extend unemployment aid before it expired. Democrats blocked that as well. In September, we tried something else, a targeted effort to spend hundreds of billions of dollars for PPP, vaccine development, and other priorities. Every Democrat voted to block us from even debating it. And they did it a second time.
So Congress must pass more stimulus relief. They have no choice. The American people need help now. If you agree, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. According to the Washington Post, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin has included $600 stimulus payments in his new stimulus bill. The Treasury Secretary had proposed that lawmakers approve another stimulus check worth around $600 per person and $600 per child. The new White House proposal represents a sharp rejection of the bipartisan efforts that have gotten Democrats and Republicans closer to a compromise on the legislative package. Under the bipartisan framework released last week by a group of moderate senators, Congress would approve about $180 billion in new federal unemployment benefits for tens of millions of jobless Americans.
They were hopeful they'd come to some agreement on those issues today, and we do expect to get more details on the proposal of what exactly they're going to put in this legislation at some point this afternoon. We have not seen that yet, though. There's also another issue floating around, and that is stimulus checks. Lawmakers who are not involved in these negotiations are really pushing for stimulus checks to be included in any coronavirus relief bill. Senator Bernie Sanders is leading the push here. He and a few other Democratic senators wrote a letter this afternoon.
Folks, tell me in the comments down below. Do you think that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Speaker Nancy Pelosi will come to terms and pass more stimulus relief? Tell me what you think, everybody, in the comments down below. Leave a comment saying yes or no. Now, according to Bloomberg News, Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, has pitched Speaker Pelosi with a $916 billion proposal. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin told reporters that he presented a new $916 billion relief proposal to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, in the first move by the Trump administration since Election Day. Mnuchin said in a tweeted statement that he had spoken with Republican congressional leaders on the plan, as well as President Trump. He said that he spoke with Pelosi at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. In a statement, Mnuchin said, "This proposal includes money for state and local governments and robust liability protection for businesses, schools, and universities. Those two issues have been the two key roadblocks in bipartisan talks on a $908 billion proposal put forth last week." And House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy said in an interview, "It's a much better product than a $908 billion option. I don't see a reason why Pelosi should be opposed," he said. Kevin McCarthy also backs Steve Mnuchin's plan 100%. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Steve Mnuchin?
Or where do things stand right now?
Well, the lawmakers who are involved in crafting that $908 billion bipartisan proposal are getting ready to meet at 12:15 and then again at 5:30. We do expect to get a more detailed section-by-section outline of their plan at some point this afternoon, but that outline is not expected to have any of the details on state and local aid and liability protections.
That would be enough to fund federal supplementary unemployment benefits at $300 per week, while extending various unemployment programs that are set to expire at the end of the year. By contrast, Steve Mnuchin has submitted a plan to provide about $40 billion in new funding for federal unemployment benefits. Mnuchin's plan would extend expiring benefits, but does not include any supplementary federal benefit. House Speaker Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer strongly criticized the proposal by the White House. They said, "The bipartisan talks are the best hope for bipartisan solution. The president's proposal starts by cutting the unemployment insurance proposal, being discussed by bipartisan members of the House and Senate, from $180 billion to $40 billion. That is unacceptable." Everybody tell me in the comments down below, do you prefer a $1,200 stimulus payment or the extension of federal unemployment benefits? Tell me what you think in the comments down below. With that being said, folks, that's all the news in today's video. Before you go, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you will never miss all of the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check updates. Thank you for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day.
So now we have our usual sort of commingling of the big job here of